Hey guys, Shanetta here, and today we are going to go through the process on how to start your blog. And so, if you want to follow along with the video, you may also follow along on the blog post. If you want to pause during this video, you may also do that as well. You will find times that I have paused just to save you some time and also an opportunity to do so on your own screen. I am using Bluehost simply because I believe that Bluehost is one of the best web providers, especially for those who are beginner bloggers. And it is actually shared hosting, which is pretty much all that anyone who is just starting to blog will need when they get started. As your blog grows, you may need more dedicated hosting, and which will become a little more expensive. But if you're just starting out, this is really what you need. I also like Bluehost because they have superb customer service. You can get 24/7 support through email, chat, and by telephone. And they also provide 30-day money back guarantee if you find that you do not like it or not satisfied with the service. If you are starting a blog, I talk about why you should actually get self-hosted because there are free web web hosting and blogging platforms out there, especially like Blogger and WordPress.com. But if you are interested in starting a blog to hopefully monetize it or to get you some side money or to turn your blog into a business, you do need self-hosting. So the first thing we're going to get is our domain and hosting. So I have provided a link that you can use. It is an affiliate link, so which means I receive a some type of compensation for every purchase. But just know that I never recommend any product or service that I don't use myself or haven't used in the past, or that I don't um, don't like. I wouldn't send you to something that I believe is just not worthy of a mention. So when you go to Bluehost from the link that I have provided, you'll come to a screen similar to this. This is their main screen. And you are going to click on the green Get Started Now button. Once you click on the green Get Started button now, you'll come to three plans that you may choose from. You'll have the basic plan, the plus plan, and the pro plan. Now, if you are a beginner blogger, you are most likely only going to need either the basic or the plus plan. The pro plan is a little more expensive, and they do offer more services to it, such as SSL, a dedicated IP. But if you're just starting out, you do not need that, and it's not required, especially if you're not running a store, which would be you'll need more encryption capabilities. But right now, you just do not. With the basic plan, you will get one domain, one website. You get 50 bytes of website space, unmetered bandwidth, and standard performance. You'll get 5 park domains and 25 subdomains, which again, if you're beginning, you don't really need to know about that. And so also you'll get email storage of 100 megabytes per account. And the plus, it is you will receive unlimited websites and domains, meaning if you plan to have multiple domains, you can use them all on this one particular hosting. And so if you know that right now that you're trying to have your main site, maybe a blog, maybe a store, maybe, um, anything, multiple domains, then you might want to use the plus plan. I don't really For me, I've used unlimited simply because I've had several websites and domains that I've happened to use on one particular site. But just notice if you're just starting out, you can just start out with the basic plan. So you're going to click on whatever plan that you choose, and I'm going to, for this particular example, going to choose the select the basic plan. Once you come to the sign up now screen, you have the option of either registering a new domain, or if you already have a domain with maybe another provider, you may include that as well. So I'm going to just make up something. This is as simple as a as an example. I love strawberry cupcakes and .com. .com is what is really the first thing that's given, but you have different options for extensions. I know some people who may choose .com, .net, and others, but it's entirely up to you. If you are in the United States, most websites are going to be .com, but I've also seen some .info, .co, and of course .org for organizations and the others. Once you have typed in your domain name that you are looking for, you will come to the next screen and they're going to tell you if it is available or not. And then when you get to the create your account screen, it says for me, congratulations, the domain you have requested, I love strawberrycupcake.com, is available. If it happened that your domain is not available, then you have to actually reevaluate the domain that you're going to use. Either you're going to change the spelling a little bit or do some other variation of the name that you chose, or you're going to go a whole totally different direction. Hopefully before you even came to this video, you have actually did some research on the domain and the name of your blog or website. With Bluehost, they give you a free domain with a purchase of a hosting package, which I have not seen with many other hosting providers. And I've used 2 or 3 others. Actually, I've used 3 others. I've used GoDaddy, I've used HostGator, and there's also one more I can't really think of that I have one of my blogs on. It'll come to me probably by the end. If not, I will put it in the resources page for you to actually, view for yourself and make your own decision. So, your account information is basic information about yourself, your name, your address, your city and state, and your zip code and phone number and email address. I want you to fill out this information, but I want you to understand that this information will become public unless you choose otherwise. So you have to give legit information, but I always recommend maybe using a post office box and maybe using some other type of address, not so much as your home, unless you're going to use privacy protection, and a phone number. This will be in your who is registration, so just be leery of the information that you were provided. Use the email address that you are going to use with this account. Then when you get below, you're going to go to the package information, and you're going to choose your account plan. You're either going to do the basic 12-month, basic 24-month, or the basic 36-month. If you chose basic. If you chose plus, it'll say plus 12-month, plus 24-month, and so forth. You will notice that the more months you choose, the price goes down per month. For this purpose, I'll just choose the basic 12 months. Now, just remember, when you are selecting Bluehost, you have to pay in a year in advance, and all at one time. So that may help you decide how many months you are going to select. A lot of people are a little turned off by that, but I feel that it's necessary because most people, if you're getting into this, you're ready to start a blog, you're ready to start a business. If you don't believe that you are going to have this blog within the next year or a year from now, then I don't think you need to start this blog. Let's just be serious about that. If you cannot commit to paying for your blog for 1 year in advance, then you may have to actually do some evaluation and think if this is something that you want to do, because this is one of those necessary expenses that you're going to have to have anyway. It's actually less expensive if you pay a year in advance anyway. So because a lot of the other places, let's say if you choose a 6-month package, the rate they give you is only good for that 6 months, or even only good for that 3 months. And after it expires, then your rate goes back to regular price. So this is actually cost beneficial. It seems like it's a lot because you have to come out of pocket up front, but trust me, it will be worth it in the end. So they'll show you the price of your hosting for the time that you specified. The setup fee is free. You have a primary domain registration, which is free, and you have some options that are automatically checked off. It is up to you if you want to purchase these as well. I usually don't um, choose these. The domain privacy protection doesn't give out your name, address, and stuff to the public, and that's 99 cents a month. I usually do not check it. And there's a Site Backup Pro, $2.99 a month. A Search Engine Jumpstart, which is $2.99 a month, and SiteLock Security Find, which is $1.99 a month. Now, I don't use those, but you can click on each one of these for more information to see if there are services and products that you would be interested in having, because it's just on a case-by-case basis. Then you're going to go down to where it says Payment Information. You are going to put in your credit card expiration date and your CVV code. If you do not feel comfortable giving your credit card information online, you can click on where it says more payment options, which will give you another option to pay with PayPal. And it's just a personal decision what you choose to do. And I like how some hosting providers do give you the option of purchasing through PayPal. Once you've done that, just read some of the terms and conditions. Each one of these you can click on, terms of service, cancellation policy, and so forth. I recommend at least clicking on them and skimming through them so that you are aware of them. But you don't have to really study it cover to cover, but just to be aware of them. Click on I confirm, I have read and agree to these, and then you're going to click submit. After you have clicked on submit, you would receive a confirmation page, and it will include your login information and password. Please write this down. You will also receive 3 emails, and one of the emails would be a Bluehost order complete email, which actually is just your invoice of showing what your purchase is. You're going to see an who is verification email, and your who is verification email has to be verified just to show that that email is actually a real, true email. And I've noticed that they said if you do not verify it, they will make sure that I think you have maybe 2 weeks or so, or your website will become inactive. I just recommend doing it right now because you can forget in 2 weeks to come back and do it. And also, you will receive a welcome to Bluehost email. I recommend just keeping it in a safe place in your email, or if you want to, you can print the information out. Once you have done that, you're going to click on a link that they have specified into your email. You will come to a screen which is your login screen to your CP login. You will have the option of choosing a hosting login or webmail login. If you click on webmail login, this is how it's going to look. But for right now, we are only doing the hosting login. So once you have done this, you are going to either sign in with Google, you have that option, or you're going to put in your domain and the password. Once you've done that, you'll be logged into your CP, your panel. Give me 1 second. I have to remember my password. Okay, once you come to your cPanel, you may have some pop-ups that occur. So this says, welcome to Bluehost. You can create your email account, you can set up your website, you can transfer your domain. You can do either one of those. For this video, I'm just going to say skip it. And you can go down. You're going to see different topics, helpful resources, marketing, email, and website. You are going to click on two things. Either you're going to do install WordPress if you already know that you're going to install WordPress onto your blog, or you may do the one-click install, which gives you different options of platforms to use for your blog. I, on the other hand, know that I'm going to use WordPress. I highly recommend that you use WordPress as well. And the rest of this video would be to show you how to install and set up your WordPress account. So you can click on Install WordPress. And you have the option of doing it yourself or getting someone to pay for it, buy and pay for it, someone to also do it for you. If you just have no time whatsoever and have plenty of money to spend, by all means do it. But you can do it yourself. It's pretty easy. You are going to click on the green install button. And then once you have done that, you are going to click on the domain that you have chosen. So if you have selected or purchased more than one domain on this package, then you have to select which domain you're going to use. If you only have one domain, it's only going to be one out of the drop down menu. You're going to click on the green button, which it says check domain. And then they're going to say last step, you're almost there. After you've done that, it's going to say show advanced options, and I have read the terms and conditions. So you are going to click on both of these, and I'm not going to click on the show advanced options already because that once I do it, it's going to be your login information and your username to get into your actual WordPress site, not your login for your hosting, your CP panel. I don't know why she says CP panel. It's C panel. I always want to add the extra P. It's a C panel. And this one is going to be actually for your WordPress site, what you're going to actually keep going into when you are changing your website and adding blog posts. Once you've done that, you're going to click install now, and then it's going to go through all the installation process. Then they are going to give you the login information as well. They're also going to send you an email confirming that it has been set up onto your hosting plan. And you'll get two emails from Mojo Marketplace, and that is just from Bluehost, and which you might need to open. So we're going to come back. We're going to come back in after I do all this, have everything installed, and then we're going to set up our WordPress site. Okay, once you have received your login information, you will need to go to your WordPress account and be able to get into your WordPress dashboard. Because this is pretty much your back office to your WordPress site and how you are going to change the look and feel of your blog and how you also are going to be able to create posts and share your content to the world. So you are going to put in your username or your email. Oh, before we get to that, the way you get to this is a link should be in your anywhere where it says Mojo Marketplace. If you did not receive that email, it's actually your domain name to the WordPress admin. So it's www.yourdomainname.com/WP-admin, and that will take you to a screen that's similar to this. The only thing will be different for each one of you all is going to be what username you have chosen and the password that you have selected. Once you've done that, you're going to type it in and then you're going to click login. Once you have logged in, you'll come to a screen similar to this, and this is your WordPress admin or WordPress dashboard. It's pretty much your back office to your blog. Now, the reason I have to stop the video and continue on, just because I am protecting some of my information, and though some of you I know are just so wonderful people there are many people that will try to cause harm, and some who will try to hack into an account just to take any information. That's what some people do. That's their job, to hack into other people's accounts. So I try to keep my personal information as private as possible without trying to change the instruction of the video to make it more difficult for you to understand and follow. So once you come to your dashboard, you are going to see a screen similar to this, and it says please connect SumoMe, and this is a plug-in that is onto your WordPress. Now, plugins help customize and add functionality to your website and blog for WordPress. There are many plugins that are actually free, and there's some that are, cost. And all it is just, if you do not know code, these plugins actually are code that will change what your website looks like and how it acts and how it responds. And as you go through, you're going to figure out which plugins works best for your website. I always recommend SumoMe, and apparently they do too, because this is in your main screen when you log in first. And they'll tell you why SumoMe is best. And we're not going to go into that right now, simply because we're just getting this blog up and running. So if you click on where it says visit site, there won't be anything there, and it'll just say hello world, welcome to WordPress, and it's just going to be something, basic. That's not what we want on our blog or website. You're going to click on, go back up to the title of your blog, click dashboard, and it will take you right back to the screen where we were at. Now, to change the look and feel of your blog or website, and when I say blog and website, I'm using these terms interchangeably, but blog and website are pretty much different, but I'm using these terms simply because I don't know if you are using it as a blog or you're just using it as a standalone stagnant website. The process is going to be similar for either one. So you are going to go down to where it says appearance. You are going to then go over to click on theme. And they will show you themes that they already have installed. And these are basic WordPress themes. You see 2016, which is already up already on your blog or website. 2015, 2014, and it's just the basic ones. And as you can figure out, these are just pretty much when these were created. You can use these; they're free. You may also use some of the others that they have, so you can click on add new theme, and it's going to take you to some of the themes that they already have that are free for you to select. And you can look through and see if there are some that you want your blog to look like. You have plenty of time to do this later. You can do popular, latest, favorites, premium. Premium, of course, are going to be those things that cost money. And if you are starting a blog that is hopefully for you to make money off of, or you using it, in some way for your business, you definitely need a premium theme. I use the Genesis framework, which also uses child themes from Studio Press. I think they are the industry standard. I want to say the industry premium standard for professional looking, professional behaving, theme. And so I'm going to include a link also in the description. But let's go to what okay, let me show you some of the themes that Studio Press offers. Now, this framework is pretty much like a parent theme, and it is once you purchase it, you never have to buy it again. And then you just purchase child themes that will actually change the look and feel. So you're going to shop for themes, and they will give you different options. So you'll see the Genesis framework, and this is what it will basically look like. You will click on it, and it tells you, okay, so the Genesis framework is $59.95, but once you purchase it, you don't have to ever purchase it again. You'll just change the child theme. And so it is a good thing because it's, mobile responsive, because most of the people that come to your blog or website might be coming from a mobile device. Either they're using their telephones, they also are maybe on a tablet. And so you want it to be optimized. You don't want them to come to your blog or website and it looks all screwed up and it's hard for them to read. Genesis makes sure that it responds to no matter if they're on their cell phone, no matter if they're on a tablet, or no matter if they're on a desktop computer, it will look the same. It will not jumble up your website. You could just use this by itself, but you can also purchase child themes, and you can go through the showcase to see some of the themes that they have, and they have quite a few themes from Studio Press. Let me see which ones that I want to look. Okay, so once you purchase, I've already have purchased Genesis simply because I use them all the time on all of my blogs. So let's see. Let's try to find something that is decent. Okay, so Lifestyle Protein. I'm going to see what that is. Okay, so $99.95. But that is with the theme and the framework. So if you have already purchased the framework, I think the theme will maybe like between $40 and $50. I'm not sure. But if you need to purchase the framework first, the price together is $99.95. So if you are doing this, I'm telling you, this is a great deal for you. So let me click on the live demo. Okay. So this is what it would pretty much look like with this theme. Let's see what theme colors. They got mustard purple. Whatever it looks like. Okay. So I'm probably going to select the lifestyle theme. So let me go back to my dashboard, and I am going to come back to you after I make this purchase, and I'm going to download the theme onto my computer, and I'm going to install it onto here, and I will show you in a minute how to do that. Okay, so now we're ready to change the look and feel of our blog. I've already purchased a child theme from Studio Press. If you have not already purchased the Genesis framework, you will need to have that in order for the child theme to work, because the framework is actually the parent theme. And think of it this way: the Genesis framework is pretty much like the frame of the house. Alright, so you just have a shell, the frame, right? But in order for it to look different, you can change the paint, change the curtains, change the roof, to make it look different. And that's where the child theme comes in. So I'm going to go to click on where it says upload theme. And then I am going to choose a file that is on my computer. I've already purchased the theme, I've already downloaded it, and now I'm about to install it upload and install it onto this particular website. Okay, so I am looking for what I installed. When I download it, so I have a lot of files, so I'm just going to try to type in lifestyle. I didn't pay attention to the name of it. Okay, here we go. So, Lifestyle Pro, I'm going to click on that, and it's a zip file. Once it's shown up, you'll see right here it says lifestylepro.zip. I'm going to then click Install Now. Okay, when I tried to install my lifestyle theme, I had an error message, and then I totally forgot that in order for you to install your child theme, you have to install the parent theme, which is our Genesis framework. So I did it actually out of order, and I should have known better. So I'm going back to upload my Genesis. Once you click Install Now, and then it's unpacking the package and installing the theme. Now you can use the Genesis framework by itself, and it actually looks fine if you just want like a clean, crisp, um, you know, theme onto your website. But if you do want some customization, you want changing the colors, you can choose a different child theme. And so let's see a live preview. Okay, and so it looks different, and this is just the regular theme. I'm going to click Save and Activate, because in order for it to work, you have to click Activate. Let me go back to the dashboard again. And you can go from themes from your, but I always like to do it this way. It's just a habit of mine. You can do it any which way you want to. Go to Appearance, click on Themes again, and you'll see that I have Genesis Act right now, but I want my lifestyle. So I'm going to click Activate for Lifestyle Pro. And then I am going to look at what it looks like. And it says new theme activated. Visit the site. And this is what it now looks like. And so, okay, and there you have it. You've installed your theme. You now have a blog set up from beginning to finish. And now it's just for you to customize your theme, add some blog posts, and also change from your pages. And that's going to be in another video. I hope this is very helpful. Take care.